Hey everyone, welcome back to some more KSP. Hope everyone's doing alright. We got a little something different for this episode, just a bunch of random things I wanted to get done. First of all, we're going to be doing the docking that I failed at so horribly last time. We tried to get this big ass orange tank docked to the side there, and I'm actually going to do this properly now and just align things the way they're supposed to go. So you can see me doing it here. I've got the bottom port aligned down, what is that? I can't even really tell in the preview window. I think that was 180, so I gotta go down to north for this one. And yeah, you'll also notice it's a little sped up just because I recorded about 2 hours worth of material, and honestly a lot of it is not really worth seeing in normal time, so like docking and doing rendezvous and all that other jazz. So yeah, we're just going to be seeing most of this video in double time, and what that means is that, well, it's clearly going to be post-commentary, and next episode will be as well, just because, like I said, I did everything in one massive session, and I actually finished the space station. You won't be seeing that this episode, but you will in the next. So yeah, we're just coming in for the docking there. This big thing is so unwieldy, it's a big pain in the butt to handle. And I actually end up changing out Tugger's design this episode. You'll see it in a little bit. We're gonna, I mean, it's not a massive change. It's just adding an SAS module. But yeah, it makes a huge difference. But for now, we're still using the old Tucker? I don't know. I guess his name's Tucker now. Sorry, no, his name is Tugger. So we're still using the old design, the Mark II. The Mark III will be making his way up here very soon. But for now, still working on this big beast of a thing. So yeah, when you align things perfectly, if you align it along the correct inclination and orientation, and everything like that, then as you're slowly drifting up, you'll see the pink reticule come down to meet your whatever that V shape is, whatever it's called, the direction that you're facing, basically. And ideally, you want to get the vector facing or right in the center of the pink marker there, so you get all three things aligned. So you can see here, I noticed something's off a little bit there. Yep, because I came in a little bit too high there. So we just got to back up. That shouldn't be a problem. We'll just fix that right away. So yeah, even in 2 times, like this is pretty slow right now. And I'm actually starting to get some serious frame rate issues as well. The more parts you have attached to something, you're going to be getting some serious frame rate issues. Hopefully they fix that in future versions. But yeah, here we go. We attached somehow, just barely hanging on there. And right about now I'm thinking, what's going on? Why isn't this thing working the way it's supposed to? Well, I'm not used to working with SAS anymore because I haven't really bothered setting up the space station when I do my other docking and then setting SAS on and all that. I generally just go for it as fast as I can before things start tumbling out of control. So, yeah, I'm just trying to wiggle it in there, and oh, that sounded wrong. But you know what I mean, just trying to, it's like, what's going on? Oh, there we go. SAS turned off, and bam. There is most of the space station done, just 2 parts of it left. And I actually came across a very odd bug, which you will see in a little bit. Oh, well, not right now. Right now I'm just trying to adjust the ports. Like, I have the RCS ports and the docking ports on the side there of the tank, and I just want to get those aligned right down the middle. But I don't know what's up with this. If you've been docked and you back up, but you don't back up far enough, like right now they should be attaching, but they're not because I didn't back up far enough. It's happened to me before. So you got to go back a little further, and then it resets the magnetic pull or whatever it is that happens. Like, this should be good now. But now I actually got to do proper docking. I can't just back up and back right back in. So yeah, just gonna fix the docking, and right now I'm just looking at him like, oh man, this is not going well, so just get in there, and oh, what do you know, it actually lined up almost perfectly. So, alright, cool, whatever. And yeah, now I'm just gonna try to get Tugger Mark II off the bottom there, just check for fuel, because I was actually about to deorbit him. until I realized that for some reason I just can't detach him. I don't know what's up with that. Like right there, click undock. Like what? What's going on? So yeah, I'm really confused by this. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't rebooted the game and tried it again. So maybe that will have fixed it. But like I've switched between ships. I've switched to the tracking station, done a bunch of stuff, and it just refuses to undock. I really don't know what's up with that. And if that doesn't work, I mean, even after I boot up the game again, if it doesn't work, I'm going to have to launch another fuel tank up there. But anyway, this is the launcher, or the second stage of the launcher that brought up the fuel tank. And I'm going to try to make a powered landing again. You guys saw my first attempt at that a few episodes ago. That didn't work out too well. And I was actually trying to land close to the Space Center. Also didn't work out too well. I'm still figuring out the distances where you need to lower your periapsis to, so that the atmospheric drag pulls you in exactly to where you need to. I ended up going a bit too far, so I just overshot way over the Space Center. Now I'm on the next major landmass to the east of that, and I try to land on this little island, but it doesn't work. This thing is not balanced right, or it has too much fuel or something. It just tries to go down face first into the ground. You see me desperately trying, like right now, I'm pushing pitch up and pitch down, trying to get it to just flip over, just go to the retrograde, but it just absolutely refuses. And I'm doing some really funky maneuvers. At one point I end up almost flipping it over, but then it doesn't work. I don't know if I kept that on camera or not. See a little weird lighting glitch there as well on... Or it might be because I have my lights on, my front lights. And if I do, those are some pretty damn powerful lights. Yeah, that's got to be what it is. I never realized that before, but... Yeah, right now we're just plunging straight into the ocean. There is nothing I can do to fix it. I was trying to use the engines to, as I was flipping around, as I got closer to the point where it would start turning back the other way, I turn on the engines and hopefully give it enough of a boost to go around, but nope, didn't work, so whatever. We lost a part, it's okay, we've lost many before. Yeah, just switching back to the space station here, taking a look at it again, and yep, I was hoping that by switching vehicles there it would let me undock. Nope, no such luck. Clicking that button like mad. Trying different things, yeah, I don't know. If you guys have come across this problem before and have found a fix for it other than just restarting the game, give me a heads up and we'll see if that works. And right now we're actually going to work on Tugger Mark 3. Now there's only one change to be made, and that is adding an SAS module right in the center there. So we will do that. Fix that up real quick. And I do end up fixing the other SAS module as well. I know there's two of them on right now, completely worthless. But yeah, let's just get going with the launch here. Get Tugger up there to help out with the last two parts that we need to add to the station. And just speed up time here so we can get the station super close to us, get in a proper launch position. And it's starting night, which is a bit of a bummer because most of my things are unmanned probes. But oh well. And oh, what's this? Oh, looks like we're changing our mind. Yep, sorry about that tease. We're not launching Tugger yet because we got to remove that thing. Thankfully I saw it. I don't know how that would have behaved. It probably wouldn't have made a difference during the launch. Probably wouldn't have mattered at all. But hey, oh, looks like we're changing our mind again. Because I figure I might as well get up one of the other modules first. And I'll probably leave it in a parking orbit. Just, you know, Tugger Mark 2 still up there. Maybe he can do something, maybe not. He ends up just being completely useless, but yep, I'm just going to use the fuel tanker design. This will be my heavy launcher. It works wonders, and I probably, or almost definitely, did not even need it for this, because this is way lighter than that big-ass orange tank. But that's okay. We'll just have to make do. I'll end up using the large launcher for many things just because, hey, it works. I'm actually just going to take a quick look at the station here, and in my head at the time I was just deciding where I wanted to put things, and might as well explain my thought process here. So I'm going to be putting it on the opposite of the main capsule there. on the left-hand side right now as you're looking at it. And then I'll be putting the engines on the bottom part of, well, either the capsule or the Hab module. It doesn't really matter. It'll depend on which one's bigger. I want to keep things balanced as well as I can, but they're about the same size, so it really won't make a big difference in the end. And I did work on the rocket stage as well. That is all done. You'll be seeing that in the next episode. I don't know if it'll work. I made it up there. I attached it onto the space station, but I have yet to do any tests. I figure I'll do all the tests on camera, because that'll be very entertaining to watch. I have no idea how the space station is going to hold itself together, or if it even does, but we will deal with that problem when it comes. And yeah, just add a couple more ports on there, because why not, you know, have a little extra space in case I want to add something in the future. And just block their view, because they don't need to see out of that capsule. They know they're boned, and they're going to be screaming their faces off anyway, so there's no big deal. We don't need to see them. So yeah, that's about it for the Hab module there. Just going to get some more struts on. Struts, as I'm sure you know, if you've played Kerbal, or if you've seen me play Kerbal, or anybody play Kerbal, struts are probably one of the most important things you can add to a ship. It's duct tape, you need that. Without it, things are going to fall apart. And I'm actually going to try to... There's one thing I'd like to try doing, is to get the struts right close to the docking ports like that. It doesn't work here for some reason, but it just makes things a lot more stable. They're fairly strong as it is. They'll take a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, but if they do tear apart, yeah, that's just bad news. So yeah, we got our Hab module all finished. Nothing fancy. Could have made it a little bigger, but honestly, I don't need that much space on the station. This will be enough room for 6 people. I was thinking about it afterwards. The 2 docking ports I put on the side of the Hab module can have 2 3-man capsules. It'll be an escape vehicle, so all the crew of the space station, when it has a full crew complement, will be able to just jump into those if they need to and get the hell out of there. And yeah, now we're actually launching Tugger Mark III. This is, what, the third launch? Or third time it's been on the launch pad. But this is the actual launch. Just taking a quick look around there. Saw a quick glance of one of my old space planes off on the distance there. I've definitely got some really sweet plans for space plane action in the future. My main one being that I would like to design a space plane that can make it to other planets on its own power, so it doesn't have to be launched by a rocket or a booster or anything like that. It'll just take off from the runway and fly off into space. Yeah, the chances of that actually working, especially on my first or second or even like 10th try, are going to be slim to none, but hey, we'll see what happens. So yeah, this is looking like a pretty good launch so far. I'm trying to get a little better with my launch profiles now that I'm just trying to figure out the exact time I need to launch so I can meet up with the space station, so I don't have to do any sort of chasing around or anything like that. That does end up happening with the Hab module. I end up launching too late and then not paying close enough attention. And yeah, well, you'll see that in the next episode. It just involves a whole lot of waiting around. And thank God for time warp, that's all I can say. So we got our intersect there. It's looking pretty good. I don't know what that was, maybe 100 kilometers or something. Doesn't really matter, because we do have to fix it up a little bit. And it looks like, yep, we'll be coming underneath the space station there. It'll be ahead of us, so that's perfect. We'll need to be accelerating, or we'll need to be below it so we can move a little faster, therefore catch up to it. Yep, just slowly getting up to that point there. I figure I'm probably not going to leave a lot of these type of clips in my videos from now on, just the whole orbiting and rendezvous thing. I left this one in because it actually worked out really nicely, and it's one of my better ones so far. But I mean, for the most part, you guys get the general gist of what needs to be done here. Yeah, we're getting in nice and close, just making some more minor adjustments. Now that we have a periapsis, I can dump that bottom stage, which still has a ton of fuel. That's, yeah, I forgot that from last time. Even when I launched the old Tugger, the Mark II, I still had a ton of fuel in that second stage, or I guess that's still technically the first stage. So yeah, next time I launch one of those, I'll probably end up putting one of the small tanks on, or more likely I'll just end up forgetting and doing the exact same thing I did this time, which is not really a big deal. So yeah, just gonna wait a little bit here, adjust things a little bit more. I'm trying to just play around with RCS a little bit and see if I can get that any closer. I end up pushing it a little bit further away there, so I'll just leave it as it is. And just zoom around the planet here, getting ever closer. And yep. Just waiting for the next intersect. I'm just gonna bump down the periapsis just a little bit more once I get there. Slow myself down a little bit so I can get the intersect even closer. And this is one really fun part. I really enjoy this about doing the orbital rendezvous, is trying to figure out exactly, just, you know, do a little bit of thrusting here and there, and eventually you end up getting a nice little intersect, end up getting exactly what you need. I don't do a great job, it's only around 20 kilometers, but that's okay. That's more than enough to get it nice and close, even though it is on the dark side. Thankfully, got a couple of batteries on there. This probe design almost never fails me. I've never really run out of power or anything like that when I need it most, so it's all good. Yeah, just make a little bit more burning there, and we should be getting in close now. I think I have the intersect set up for something like 700 meters or something silly like that, so we're just going to zoom on in. And slow down, of course. I am going, 150 meters a second relative to it. I probably want to slow down a little bit. Yeah, we're getting in under a kilometer now. This is looking pretty nice. One of my better docking efforts so far. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say around here. I mean, you've seen me dock a few times. Several times I have failed horribly, but most of the time I end up doing a pretty good job. And this is one of those. Yeah, we're just going to point towards it now, more or less, and just get in there. Again, 2 times speed, and you can tell this is pretty slow. In-game, pretty damn slow. I also do end up going very, very slowly, usually when I try to get close to these things, just because I don't want to crash into things or overshoot or anything like that. I've done it before, and it's just a pain in the butt to fix. But yeah, we're coming in super close now, and there you can see just how nicely SAS, it works so much better. When I didn't have it before, trying to translate up and down like I was doing just now would send me rotating out of the way as well. Well, now when I have SAS on, I can stay right on that point and just shift up and down, left and right, whatever I need to do to get into where I need to go. So yeah, I just need to do some minor adjustments and just move in. I mean, if I didn't have SAS right now, I'd probably be wasting a lot more RCS fuel. It is using up a little bit on its own when it's doing minor corrections and all that, but it's really not a big deal in the end. Yeah, just getting in nice and close there. And I'll just switch over to real time here. There we go. Is it attached? And there, perfect, attached. So Tugger Mark III has made it to the station. I was actually thinking Tugger will probably stay attached to the station while it's getting launched, and then once it has been launched to where it needs to go, just outside of Kerbin, once it makes Kerbin escape, I will end up using Tugger to grab the engine component off of it, the engine stage, because there are 4 engines that will be attached to the side of this thing, and then Tugger will just grab those and come back down to Kerbin, because we don't really need those engines on there. And I could always just put a probe on it, on the engine part, but this way at least I can just have Tugger do trips from the planet to the station. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.